All right, we are officially live, and we are going to be walking through. Got a little whiteboard here today, there, Scotty, and this is the 10,000 per month plan, and we're going to go through everything on it. But we are going to be breaking down what it looks like as a creator to be able to hit $10,000 months. And what I would like to know right now, if you're watching this, if you're here live, if you're here on the replay, let us know, what is your revenue goal for your YouTube channel? Let us know, what is your revenue goal for your YouTube channel? All right, let us know. All right, so what we're going to do though is we're going to go through this plan. We actually just taught this, where it's fresh in our minds. We just taught it at our workshop. We have what we call our 100K workshop. But what I wanted to do is break down 10K months, because, well, that's $120,000 a year, which I think we all would want to make from our YouTube channel. And here's the crazy thing. To get there, you might think you got to get to monetization. Not necessarily. And we'll share with you why that's not the case, and how we have been able to do it on this channel, the Live Video School channel. And only a small percentage came from the AdSense money. All right. So let us know that in the comments. All right, Scotty, we are going to kick this thing off. We've got another topic that we're going to be talking about too. I should probably tell people what that's going to be. So let me go ahead and tell you. The other thing we're going to cover here today is a new update. I say new update on the video that we did about 8 months ago. And it was how to upload on YouTube to get more views in 2025. We're going to be doing an update to that, because we're going to show you how what we taught in that video, how it took that video and got it to 146,000 views. And I'm going to show you what the settings are for that video. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up another video that got 340,000 views, and we're going to compare the two. So that's going to be another video that we're going to be doing here, or another topic that we're going to do here today. And we're going to get really, really down into the numbers and the analytics. And I'm going to show you guys in our account, transparency here. We're going to show you exactly what those settings are. All right. So Scotty, you got anything you want to throw out there before we get rocking and rolling officially?
I do, actually. I want to share a couple wins from some people that we've worked with in the past. And one of them came today. We got an email from Jonathan. Shout out Jonathan, who recently did a pivot we didn't even know about, did a totally new pivot.
Yeah.
Reached out to us and said on his 10th video, he's like, I think, or 9th video, 9th or 10th, he said, yeah, just start a new channel, decided to kind of want to switch it up, go into, whatever, his new niche is. And 10th video, he's like, thing blew up from a brand new channel.
Yeah.
123,000 views.
Yeah.
In like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah.
Video, right? 2 weeks. And it put him over, monetization and all of that in one video, which is insane. But we weren't even expecting anything. Like, we haven't talked to him in a while, and then we get that, and we're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
Another one is Gavin, which we talk about Gavin a lot. Shout out to Gavin, Fit Life after 40. He's just crushing it. And I just checked in on him again, just to look at some stats, because he had a video about, I would say, probably 3 months ago that went pretty much probably you could consider viral on his channel, and it's over 700,000 views right now. And he was one of our students at the time, only had 1,000 subscribers when he started with us. He's almost at 50K now, and within a couple months he's blown up. Well, I just checked, and I don't know if you checked this, Dad. So that video is from like a couple months ago. It's over 700,000. He has a video from 4 weeks ago that is over 500,000 views.
Oh, I didn't see that
4 weeks ago. And then he has a video from 3 weeks ago that's over 150,000 views. So some crazy stuff's going on for him over there. I'm super happy for him, because besides just the views, which, yes, it's great to get views, is he's leveraging them now for his business, which is what we kind of worked with him on. And he's crushing it over there. We got to do a check-in with him as well, because I wonder what his numbers are at. Because at the time, I remember when he first started having those videos kind of go, he was sharing with us like the kind of emails he was getting coming in and everything. and the revenue that was bringing to his business. But that was a while ago. I wonder now, because he's got to be averaging. Maybe we'll pull up his stats later. I think he's got to be averaging like 1 million views a month right now.
Yeah. He did do a check-in with me. He was over, I think he was over 10 grand, definitely over 9 grand in a 30-day window. So he's probably hit the 10K month, which we're going to talk about, and exactly how he was able to do it, but also got it right here. Yeah, there it is.
There it
got
is.
My little whiteboard back, guys. And Scotty, that's another thing
we
I thought about.
I think we needed that back.
We need the whiteboard. It needs to come back. Okay. There it is. There it is. All right. So let's get into it. And yeah, maybe Scotty, if we got enough time, we can just we can dive into to Gavin's stuff. So if you want to maybe get that going in the background,
for sure,
that would be cool. All right, cool. So how do we get a YouTube channel to $10,000 months? Well, I'm here to tell you, we've done it several times. And actually myself personally, when Scotty was about 10 years old is when I hit my first $100,000 year on YouTube. Yes, 17 years ago. He's 27 years old today. And here we are. Okay. After all these years, I've grown multiple businesses using YouTube, to some of them well over $10,000 months. Like some of them were, well, at one time over $100,000 per month. But $10,000 a month is typically what people are striving for. Let us know in the comments, what is your revenue monthly goal? What do you want to hit from your YouTube channel? Let us know that in the comments. All right. Okay. So what's the very first thing that we focus on? So I'm going to take you back in time 17 years ago. And I promise this is going to be relevant to today. All right. Because we did the same thing 17 years ago that we're doing right now. And it's still working, and it's going to work in 2026 and 2027 and beyond. Okay. Because it focuses on the core principles. All right. So going all the way back, we focused on, I'm going to bring it up here. We focused on one niche. Okay. And that niche was photography. So my wife and I owned a photography business. We ran that for several years. And we had our youngest daughter now, who's 17 as well, 17 years ago. Isn't that crazy? So when we found out we were pregnant with her, we said, you know what, we need to do something to lighten the load on our schedule with our photography sessions. So let's just go ahead and see what we can do online. At least that's what I said to my wife. I go, let me see about this online thing. And then I started to post videos on YouTube, just sharing how we were able to grow our photography business with no other expectations. Just let's go ahead and see if we can build an audience, because I heard people were building audiences. And if we could do that, we might be able to sell some products and supplement our income. It was really just about how to supplement our income. All right. But that's the number one thing, is that niche. You have to have a niche, but not just any niche. You need to have a niche that people are interested in and people are willing to spend money in. All right. So that's a big one. Now, everything that I'm covering right here, we like to call this our 100K roadmap. It's also, we call it our playbook. We actually created a playbook. And if you would like to get access to that playbook, we're giving it away for free, no strings attached. It's 18 pages. Just go ahead and put 100K in the comments. Put 100K in the comments, and we'll send you a copy of the 100K playbook. All right. And basically it goes through this, but it gives you a lot more context. All right. So the first thing, we need to get really, really focused on who it is that we are serving. And we have to do a little validation there to see, is this a niche that spends money, that buys things? All right. And can we help them? So the second thing that I want to bring to your attention is the attention. We're using YouTube, and we used it 17 years ago, and we're using it right now. We're using YouTube as a platform to get us in front of our niche. Okay. So how do we do that? We create videos that genuinely help people. All right. That's all that we're doing. So here today, we're doing this video. We're doing this live stream. We're doing it to help you. And we don't care if there's only 10 people, 11 people on, which there is right this second. We don't care if there's just that many, because all we're trying to do is reach one person that we can help. We've got one of our students, name is Gavin, and he watched one of our videos He watched another few videos, and probably around 4 or 5 months later, he ended up working with us in a program called the 1K Collective. And he was averaging about 100 to 200 views, maybe even a less than that at times. And he started working with us. And over a 3-month period, he took that channel and scaled it to where now his top video is over 750,000 views. He just had one he posted 3 or 4 weeks ago, got 500,000 views. He's got over 50,000 subscribers, and he's made over $10,000 now from that channel. And he's on track to do that again. And at the rate he's going to be able to do that probably monthly. So this whole video is about how do you get there monthly? This is how. All right. And his niche is just like ours was in photography. His is in fitness, but his isn't just in fitness. He's sub-niche down, which is something we also talk about in that 100K roadmap. So again, if you want that, just comment 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. All right. But his niche is fitness, but that's so broad. It's so saturated. So how do you differentiate yourself? Well, he helps people that are over 40 get stronger and get in shape. All right. And he helps them with all different things within the fitness arena, but he helps people get in shape that are over 40. All right. So think about that for yourself. How can you differentiate yourself in a crowded market? Now, do you want to go find something that no one's ever done before? I don't. I want to go there and see where there's proof that people are actually there. And here's the thing. Are people in 2026, 2027 and beyond going to be into fitness? Of course. Yes. Are people going to be into photography? Yes. Are people going to be into building their business? Yes. Right. So everything I just mentioned are things that we are either involved in or our students are involved in, right? We have another client of ours who's in, she helps couples in their relationship. So it's relationship coaching. Is there ever going to be a time that there's not going to be a need for relationship help? No, of course not. There's going to be people getting, older, like I say, older, like after they're teenagers, they're going to be, falling in love and then getting married. And then there's divorce and then there's problems in the marriage. And then you got to fix that. Or maybe you want your marriage to be rejuvenated or whatever, right? There's always going to be that. So again, like there's got to be something out there that is going to be here today, but also going to be here tomorrow. And that's what we want to focus on when we're focusing on that niche. And then we want to get that attention. And we do that by posting videos that helps the audience. All right. Now there's a mistake down here when we get to this piece here, the number 4, the money piece. There's a mistake that people make and why they screw it up. And I'm just going to say it. Okay. They start focusing on the money before they've built the audience. Okay. So you want to build the audience. You want to spend the time to build the audience. We are typically building that audience up to 6 months before we'll ever even present an offer or even present anything to buy. Now, if you're listening to this and you're like, okay, but I just want to do AdSense. Well, I'm here to tell you it's going to be really, 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 really hard to hit $10,000 months consistently with AdSense. And you may never hit $10,000 a month. I have a channel, Brand Creators, that we grew over a 10-year period. And we got it to 100,000 subscribers. We made multiple millions of dollars through that channel. But AdSense money, the best month I ever had on that channel, which had over like 8 or 9 million channel views, I think it was. I think we had the best month was like maybe $5,800, maybe 6,000. Okay. And that was just 1 month. Like we might have had a couple months that we did that, but where does the rest of the money come from? We'll get to that. All right. And again, that's in the 100K guide. If you want a copy of that, just comment 100K and we'll make sure that you get a copy of that. Again, we go through all of this that I have up here on the whiteboard and we go into in great detail. All right. But it's the roadmap that we're following and it's the playbook that we live by. All right. So what's this number 3? What's this relationship thing? What does that even mean? Well, let me tell you. Right now, I'm here. Scotty's here. He's in the background right now answering questions. There he is. Hey, Scotty. So he's here, right? And we are showing up to deliver value. The only purpose of today is to deliver value. That's it. Okay. Now, are you going to, some of you going to want that 100K guide, that playbook? Yeah, absolutely. Some of you already said that you do. Well, here's the thing. When you grab a copy of that. Now you're going to be part of our email list. And then part of that email list, we get to communicate with you and build the relationship. And Scotty, what do we call that? There's 3 letters that we use a lot.
Yeah, KLT. We know
And
what
what does
KLT
that
stands for?
What's it stand for?
Know, like, and trust. That's we want to build that relationship, right? We want them to know us, to like us, and trust us. That's all.
And it takes time, right?
It does
takes
take time. Absolutely.
And so showing up on video like this, that's one aspect of that relationship build, right? We attract the audience. They come in, they either decide, I don't really like that Scott guy. I don't like the way how he's like always kind of high strung. I don't like that about him. Well, then you go find someone else, and that's totally cool. The video's goal is to reach the audience that we want to reach. It gets their attention. And then from there, they get to decide if they want to keep watching. And then some are going to keep watching, like Gavin kept watching. And then after about 3 or 4 months, he decided to join one of our programs. And then we got to work with him. That's the process. Okay. Nothing fancy about it, but we were able to build that trust over time because we have a lot of videos on this channel. You might watch this and then bounce to another video. And then tomorrow you might come back and watch another video, or you might be suggested another video, right? So we're building this library of video resources that once you do come in and you do like and trust us, then you're like, I want to watch a little bit more of their stuff. And the more that you consume, the level of trust continues to build, or at least it should. Okay. So that's the relationship piece. And there's a bunch of different ways we can do that. We can do the community post. We can do email like we're doing. You can, show up more often. Like there's a lot of different things we can do. We can communicate through email. So that's that. Let's get to the money piece. Okay. The money piece is where everyone wants to focus. And that's where a lot of people start before they even build that audience. They're like, okay, how am I going to make money? How am I going to make money? Right. And so what we want to do is, yes, we want to make money. And there's a bunch of different ways. And in the guide, the playbook, there's a bunch of different ways that we outline in there. But I'm going to give you how we did it on the photography brand that we had. And I'll tell you how we did it in the e-commerce space. And I'll tell you how we did it here on Live Video School. And it's very, very simple. We offered different things that the audience needs and what they want. It's that simple. Okay. If you were selling cold water and you went to a marathon, and after the marathon, they got done and they were thirsty and they didn't have any water left, guess what? You could sell them some water because they're thirsty as hell, right? So that's a little bit of an extreme example, but you understand with what I'm saying. If we get the right audience, we understand what their problems are. And if we can help them because we've been there before, we've done some extra research for them, or we've lived it, then it's very easy. And there's a bunch of different ways you can do it. So if you're first starting on YouTube, then you might want to say to yourself, okay, is whatever I'm teaching or whatever I'm sharing, do I have expertise that someone would maybe want me to give them advice? If the answer is yes, then the very first thing you can do, even before you would even get to monetization, is offer some consulting. You can say, hey, I'll tell you what, for $100 or $75, I'll give you an hour of my time. You can basically ask me all the questions you want. Maybe, and this is a really extreme example, but it's pretty good. Beekeeping. Who would have thought beekeeping, okay, where you learn how to do beekeeping and make your own honey and all that stuff, like who would think that people would pay for that? Well, there's a guy right now on YouTube that's crushing it, doing just that. And he offers one-on-one, he offers group coaching, he has courses, all about beekeeping. So don't think just because you have something that I don't think anybody would pay for it. There's always someone that wants to know it faster, or wants to know like advice, or have advice be given like on the thing that they're trying to research or the thing that they're trying to learn, right? We have someone else in our class that is a guitar teacher, Jeff. And so Jeff, someone would say, hey, would you mind doing an hour lesson with me? I'll pay you $75. I'll pay you $100. Sure. So to do that, you don't need a lot of things to really make that work. All you do is you got to put out content that helps people. And then either you tell people, hey, if you would like me to, help you, just, go to the link down below and you can reach out to me, or go to this email, or go to this link, and you just direct them to where you want to go. Okay. That's what you would do. That's the simplest and the fastest way to start making money. And you could literally make $10,000 a month just doing that if you have something that people are going to want to pay you for. You can do courses. That's another way. You can do memberships. Okay. You could do affiliate stuff. Like I've made at this point now over $1 million selling affiliate products. And one product in particular was close to $1 million. I have another one that's a recurring that I'm still getting paid for that I haven't promoted in a year, but I'm still collecting between $2,500 and $3,500 a month on autopilot from something that I did a year ago. Okay. So that's how we get to the money. Okay. That's how we get to the money. But now what's this down here? Another important one. You need to commit to being consistent. This whole YouTube thing, this whole business thing online, it's all about being consistent and committing to it, right? Or committing to it so you can be consistent. I see this so many times where people will start and they'll stop. Why? Because they didn't make any money. And they're like, this isn't worth my time. Why am I going to keep doing this? I'm not making any money. It's because you probably haven't went long enough. Because as you're doing this, you're not just going to put out videos and then just sit back and wait. You're going to do videos. You're going to look at the analytics and you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute here. Which, by the way, if you're here right now, I'm going to dive into some analytics. I'm going to show you, literally going to show you another way that I'm going to add value to you is I'm going to pull back the curtain. I'm going to go into our dashboard. I'm going to go into the analytics and I'm going to show you on 2 videos and I'm going to show you the settings that we used. Okay, so why am I sharing that? Because I want to add value to you, but I also want to show you if you look at the data after you've published things, you can learn a lot. All right, and that's the thing. If we're not being consistent, in this case, uploading videos, we can't look at data to give us an idea of like, okay, is the algorithm rewarding us? Is it punishing us? Is it not seeing our stuff? Are people reacting to it? What's my retention look like? Are people liking the videos? Are they not liking the videos? Where can I improve? Right? Are people opening my emails after you send some emails? Are people buying my products? So there's a lot that can happen from taking action. That's why I have that right there. I've got another one over there that's hanging on the wall. Okay, because I believe in taking action. If you take action, you're going to get a result. That result might not be what you want, but you're going to get a result. And then we can analyze that result and we can go, okay, let's see. We got to make adjustments. I always look at this like football. You play a game and then they look at all the film over the next 2 or 3 days and then they re-strategize. What are they going to do for the next game? Where did we make mistakes? Or where did we try something and it didn't work? Or why didn't it work? Maybe we got to tweak that play just a little bit. It's the same thing here. But if we don't run plays, if we don't post videos, we're never going to be able to make adjustments. So that's like my biggest thing for you is like, you need to commit. Are you willing to commit? Let me know that in the comments. Are you willing to commit to being consistent? Let me know that in the comments. But that's the 5 little things there that I wanted to cover. If you want to get to $10,000 a month, that is what I have done. Now, I'm not going to guarantee that's going to happen for you. A lot of variables there. But if you look at that right there, that is what has gotten me several times to over $10,000 per month. And this one right here, Live Video School, it's a perfect example. We did that in the first 12 months. Okay. We did over $100,000. All right. So the guide, make sure, or the playbook, make sure that you get a copy of that. If you have not done so already, just put 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. Once again, 100K in the comments and we'll send it to you. All right, Scotty, that's what I got for that little segment. I know we're going to dive into the other segment here in a second, but
yeah, no, that's good stuff. And like you said, it's all broken down in the 100K roadmap, which it kind of just goes through all of that. Because here's the thing too, when it comes to YouTube, right? A lot of people, if you aren't already having a business and you are creating content, sometimes you're like, oh, it's cool. I might make some money from AdSense and that's all I have, you know? And some people are like, oh, that'd be great. Make a couple $100. And sure. Yeah. I mean, who wouldn't from just ads, right? Like that's all you're doing. Right. But if you understand the leverage you can actually have with YouTube as a platform, there's so much more you can do and actually create a full-time business out of it. You're a perfect example of that. We have clients of ours that are doing this full-time as well. And when I say full-time, a lot of people think of they're just creating content. That's all they're doing. No, no,
Right.
no, no. There's stuff on the back end of that is funding all this. It's not from AdSense. And again, we're a channel about full transparency, and that's how we also build that relationship. So being 100% with you guys, the AdSense we made in the past year was around 10 to 11 grand.
It was 11 grand.
11 grand.
Mhm.
So you're not living off of 11 grand. So, like, yes, is it good money? Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Sure.
who wouldn't want 11 grand
Mhm.
for just posting videos? I mean, that's
Right.
amazing, right? Now,
Right.
just posting videos, there was over 400 videos posted. Just remember that too. So there's that. However, that's not gonna fund your life. You know what I mean? So you
Mhm.
need to have something else, and that's why we start teaching about building all this other stuff. And it starts just with the niche and kind of going from there. And so again, if you don't have that, guys, comment 100K, and we'll send you that. It's also in the description if you're here with us live right now. You can just go to the description. So now I'm going to share this too. Some of you don't know. If you're new, if you have been here before, welcome back, and you know how this kind of goes. This is our recording day. So Mondays are our recording day. We go live on here. What I mean by recording day is we go live, but we also use our 1 hour content magic hack, which is where we are going to be recording this live stream like we are. We have a couple topics. Okay. We just did one topic. We're going to move on to the next topic. The next topic or topics, depending on the day. Right now, we just have one other topic we're going to talk about. That one is going to be a video in itself, meaning at the end of this live stream, we're going to download this entire live stream. We're going to take that second point, the second topic that you're going to see how he kind of starts this, and we are going to cut that out, and it's going to still be in the replay as a live stream, but we're going to take that however long he talks about the topic, might be 8 minutes, could be 12 minutes, whatever. We're going to cut that, and it's going to be its own individual video throughout the week, which for us is going to be on Wednesdays. So we're getting our content done in 1 hour of time a week, where a lot of people are always trying to figure out, I don't have time throughout the week. And we get it. If you don't have a system, it feels like you don't have enough time. But if you create a system, and that's why, we use the our content magic. Like if you use that, it can work for you. And when I say this too, it doesn't mean you have to go live either.
Right.
Like, yes, we're sharing it as a live atmosphere, but like you could sit down for an hour and just shoot straight. And our whole thing is keep going through it, even the mess ups, just keep going. Don't start and stop, because that's where time takes up. And then you did the intro 40 times over, and now you're 2 hours in and you don't even have a finished video. Then you had to do all the edits, which, by the way, the edits only take about 10 to 15 minutes from the way we're teaching you how to do, which we use Descript. And actually, guys, all of that I just shared with you, we did a workshop on that. If you guys want access to that, it is in the description. You can go check that out. We did that a few weeks ago, actually about a month ago. We did that, and it goes in depth of how you can create 3 pieces of content a week from an hour worth of work, and you're only doing 10 to 15 minutes of editing per video, which is crazy. I used to spend 4 hours on one video. Yeah. So we've gotten it down, and it works. And this is the same thing we're teaching our students and clients as well.
Yeah. Looks like Matt's in the house. Matt, thanks for checking in. Let's have an update with you, Matt. Let's have a little update. I like when Matt comes in and drops in his little updates. All right, cool. So we ready, Scotty?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right, cool. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Monday to you. All right. So, Scotty, am I getting a little glitchy on your end? I seem like I'm stuttering a little bit.
I was going to say, I just didn't want to mess up your thing. This happened last time. Okay. So Weird. What you might want to do, maybe you want to, back out a little bit, come back in, maybe. I don't know.
You think?
You're good now, but it's weird when you get to your point, like your video.
It's almost like when I thought maybe it was like
it's not moving so much.
I know. I'm all excited.
No, that's fine. It's weird. It's like I don't know. Yeah, you think that Google Fiber would be a little bit better.
I know. I'm getting a little disappointed there with 3 gig up and 3 down.
You're hardwired, right?
Yeah.
That's weird. Make sure your computer is actually hardwired right now and you're not Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually minus down some of my tabs so we can do that real quick.
There you go. Yeah, Matt, let us know what's going on with you. I know you've been killing it. I mean, you're averaging like, again, views, even though we say views don't really matter, he's doing great. What, averaging like 2,000 to 5,000 views a video, something like that. But the big thing for you is the leads and everything on the back end of that, which you're going to have to remind me again. I think it was what, in the past like 3 months, you're close to, here it is. Thank you. Going well, 22K in 2.5 months. There it is.
There we go.
There it is.
Nice.
And if you guys didn't know Matt, if you've never met Matt before, you might be new here. He was one of our students and also is a piano teacher. And so before kind of working, I think you did a little bit of your own private stuff, but I don't think you were selling anything directly through. You weren't. I don't know if you were collecting emails or not at that point. But Matt's been collecting those emails, creating those videos every week. And also, Matt, let me know while we're going, are you using, because I know at the time you were trying to, were you using the live, the 1 hour content hack? Scott's got to tell me everything I know about you to listen. Appreciate it, Matt. You're killing it, though. I'll tell you the biggest thing, though, is, and Matt can tell you this, and if you check out his page, you'll see it, consistency.
Yeah.
And it's like the most cliche thing to say, but consistency wins.
Yep. All right, let's get into it, Scotty.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. All right, I am going to be sharing screen, so I'm going to make sure that I've got that. Let's see here. Boom, there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and pull it back now so we can get back in there. Oops. And oops. Wait a minute. There we go. And then do I have the other one ready though to go? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. So here we go. All right. Awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to share this. You guys are going to love it. All right. Here we go. All right. So I've got a new update that I want to share with you. And this is a personal update from a video that we posted about how to upload on YouTube to get more views. And the video was in 2025. Well, I'm giving this an update for 2026. And here's why. Because that video crushed. It did really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the analytics of that video, share with you all of the settings that we used for that. But also, I've got another video that got over 300,000 views to date. And I'm going to compare the two side by side. So let's just get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. And this is the video that I'm talking about. And this one here, as you can see, has done pretty well for the channel. 146,442 views since it was published. Now, this video was the one that I shared how to upload on YouTube and the settings that we had used. Well, this video's done well, right? 146,400 views, 10,300 watch time hours, 4,200 subscribers, and it's made $942.59. And check this out over here. And again, this is over what's that? Almost 9 months now. Yeah, 9 or 10 months is when it was, because it was published in January 6, 2025. And you can see this is live. And in the last 48 hours, still getting views to this day. Suggested is 53.6, YouTube search 17.9, browse is 13.1. So those are the main ones. Okay. Now, here's what I want to do. I want to show you what the settings are. But before I do, what about this one right here? This video has gotten 340,937 views. It's gotten 18,500 watch time hours, 10,500 subscribers, and it's made $2,194.79. And this was published a little bit after that other video, so about the same time frame. And this one here, still getting views, 741 in the last 2 days. And let's see, browse 79%, suggested 13.5, and then the others kind of little, right? So that's good. But we want to see, what were the settings from this one? Do you think that they were the same? Well, I'm here to tell you they weren't. All right. They were not the same. So let's check this out. I still think this one here that got 146,442 is still really, really good. But we're going to also see how there's actually something that we've even been experimenting with that we were like, I don't know, does it matter anymore? Has it changed? I don't know. We're going to take a look at the data and we're going to let that tell us. So let's get into the details. This is going to show us everything that we did. So in this video, this was how to upload on YouTube to get more views in 2025. So this video right here, by the way, is also a test. I'm testing this to see if we do an update to a video that did well in the past, will it do good again? I don't know. The verdict's out. We'll have to wait and see. Let me know also in the comments, is this the first time seeing a video from us? Is this the first time being on this channel? And how did you find this video? Was it in your browse? Was it in your discovery? How'd you find it? I always think that's fascinating to figure that out because we also report back here on the channel and we give you guys, what was said in the comments. So let us know. All right. So let's kind of break this down chunk by chunk. So the description you can see here, yes, this has a little bit of text in it. Okay. Not a lot. Then here we have some of our resources that we offer. And then scrolling down, you can see we've got our thumbnail. You can see here we've got 4 playlists that it's attached to. And then no, it's not made for kids. Let me show more. Paid promotions turned off. This is on no for that. Altered content. Then we have here automatic chapters, allow automatic places. A lot of this stuff I just leave checked. And then here, look at this. We do have tags. All right. How to upload a video on YouTube to get views, how to get more views on YouTube. So it's all pretty consistent, but they're all tags that we wanted to test and see, hey, does that help us? Well, in this video, it got 140 some thousand. So I'd say it did pretty good with them, but does it matter? Let's check this out and keep going here. I'm going to share with you how the other one is a little bit different. All right. So this stuff here, as you can see, allow embedding, allow video and audio remixing, how-to style, comments are on, moderation's basic, and show how many viewers like this video, leave that on, and that's it. The other thing is that we do have, I'm going to go over here real quick because I don't want to miss this. We do have an end screen on that, and it looks like we do have a card. Okay, so that's it. And it was uploaded in HD, but it also always gives the SD video quality as well. So the old way, new way, that was the thumbnail. Let's see what the thumbnail did for click-through rate anyway. So the reach was 2.8 million impressions. The click-through rate now is 3.6 on average. Let's see what it was the first 24 hours. It was 5.3. Okay, so it's 5.3, actually started at 9.4, went up and down, and then it hovered here. So you might look at 5.3 and say, that's pretty good. But when you look at it over the course of, since it was published, it's dropped to 3.6. But here's the deal. It's had 2.8 million impressions. And whenever we're looking at that, we have to remember the more impressions mean the more audiences that it's testing it against. So it doesn't necessarily weight the click-through rate as much as if it was lower impressions. But if you can see here, I mean, it's still bouncing around. It's still testing audiences, which is great. And if we go to audience, we can see right here, let's see here, unique viewers, subscribers. Okay. I'm not going to get too much in the weeds here. Let's look at engagement real quick. Pretty good. Over 4 minutes. Watch time. Good. And then we have here 64% on the retention in the first 30 seconds, which is about where we land. I like it to be closer to 70%. But as you can see, does that stuff really matter? I don't know. Got 146,442. But the upload stuff, I just covered all that. Let's compare this. Let's compare this to the other video. And I did want to call a little timeout here real quick. Let me just call a quick little timeout. Here's the thing that I want you to know. Views are really, really important. And you're here right now because you want to probably say, how do I get more views? How do I get a video that's got 140 some thousand? How do I get enough views to make enough money? I'm here to tell you our channel, yes, it's had some good videos, but a lot of our videos, they don't do 100,000. Let's be honest. Some of them don't even get 1,000 views. It's okay. This channel has made over $120,000 in 12 months. And you might be asking, how? Well, we don't base all of our stuff off of views or AdSense. Yes, we had a pretty good video there, made about $900. Another video I'm going to show you here made more than that, but it's all about turning those views into a business. And if you're interested in that, then I would love to give you a free guide that we have. It's our 100K playbook. It's our guide that we've used, our roadmap for the last 17 years. I've been doing this a long time. If you'd like a copy of that, just comment 100K and I will send you a copy. Once again, just put 100K in the comments and I'll send you a copy. All right. So let's get back to it. Let me go ahead and show you that other example of this one right here. All right. Now, Scotty, was that showing the whole time? I don't think it was.
It showed for half of it, and then I think you clicked it off.
I think we got to do that again. Scotty, you weren't monitoring me there.
Well, I thought you meant to intentionally take it off.
This whole time that video was up to 340. That's interesting. That's great. Got to do that again, bud.
All right. Well, time out though. Guys, this is where we do like live brainstorming right now. No, you don't have to redo that though, because I can overlay. Remember, I'm getting the individual clips. It's not going to matter. I'll remember.
No, but there was a lot of pointing I was doing.
Yeah, but it
Matt said blooper reel. Yep.
It doesn't matter though. I can still fix that.
I don't think so. It's going to be a lot of work to do that versus me just redoing it. Right. Yes, Matt, that is a blooper reel. So that's how you do it, guys, because that was not switched over because I was on the other screen when I should have been on this screen. And when I'm talking about the description, no one's going to see what I'm talking about the description because you can't see it. Okay.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have controls over your screen.
No, but next time just tell me that I'm not you can't see what I'm talking about.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's go back. All right, guys, we're going to start that again. Cut. Here we go. All right. Here we go. All right. And take two. All right. In this video, I want to give you a new update. And it's not an update from YouTube. It's an update of an actual video that we posted about how to upload on YouTube to get more views. And it was for 2025. And I posted that video about 9 months ago. And what I want to do is I want to show you the video that I recorded that was how to upload on YouTube to get more views. And I want to show you the data behind that. I want to show you the settings that we used that worked. But I also want to show you another video that got over 300,000 views, and there was a little bit of a difference, a little bit of a change. And then I started to ask myself, did that even matter? So we're going to look at a video that got 140,000, actually a little bit more than that, 140,000 views. And we're going to look at another one that got 300,000 plus views. And we're going to look at the difference, but we're also going to be looking at one thing that stood out to me. And I don't know if it matters, but it's something worth looking into. This is also a test, by the way. I'm posting a video that we did 9 months ago that did very well and doing an update to it. So there's that as well. If you have a video that did well, you might want to do an update to it. Just saying. All right. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And what we're looking at right here is the description. So we're going to go over here though. I'm going to go into the analytics. So right here, we are looking at a video that has gotten 146,442 views. Now, this video was the video that I posted 9 months ago about this right here, how to upload on YouTube to get more views in 2025. All right. So it's kind of meta, but I think it makes an interesting case study. So right here, if you're looking at this, yes, 10,300 watch time hours. We got 4,200 subscribers, and it's made $942.59. And let's look over here real quick. It's still getting traffic, by the way, over 9 months ago. Suggested videos, 52.9%, YouTube search, 17.6%, and browse, 14.1%. Those are the top three, which is pretty impressive. I like that. So let me just let me just peer over here real quick. Now this one, this is another video, and this has gotten 340,937 views. And yes, it's gotten 18,500 watch time hours, 10,500 subscribers. Whoa. And it's made $2,194.79. And the crazy thing is, these were posted in the same month. This here was January 28th, 2025. And this one right here was January 6th, 2025. So this one was done a little bit earlier, and this one here was done a little bit later. But the crazy thing is, this one here had something that, or something that it didn't have that this one had. So did it matter? I don't know. We got to analyze that. So let's go ahead and look at this one right here, and let's just go through what the settings were that I used. So here's what we did. We had a title, we had the description, we had our links to some of our free resources and more of our resources. We had a thumbnail. We had 4 playlists that it was attached to. Let's see here. We also had this set to no, it's not made for kids. And then here, let me go a little bit further. Paid promotion. My video contains, no, that was unchecked. This here was all altered content. Do any of the following describe your content? No. Collaboration. That's a new thing that wasn't even there. Automatic chapters. Yes. Featured places. Yes. Automatic concepts. That's experiment. Allow automatic concepts. And then tags. We did have tags. There they all are. And then here, this was all left pretty much standard. Allow embedding. That was already checked, but we left it. Allow video and audio remixing. How to was the category. And then comments was turned on, basic moderation, and then show how many viewers like this video, checked. And then down up here, we also had right here, we had an end screen and we had a card. Okay. So we did have an end screen and we had a card. So that's everything with that video. Okay. So if you want to know, like, okay, I want to kind of model what you did, there you go. You might want to pause this video, go back. You can kind of see what settings we used. That's what we did. Okay. This video here that you're watching is going to have something similar, but I'm going to walk through the next one and we're going to talk about something that I might not do. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and switch over here. This is the other video. And this one, again, did really, really well. And this one's actually doing good, even better right now. And that was the last 48 hours. Browse 79.6%, suggested videos 13.3. And then the other ones are kind of really, really little. So these are the top 2. All right. Now let's go ahead and let's look at it. So the title was YouTube Gurus Lying to Small Creators, How to Actually Blow Up. And then here, there was no description. So when people say, do you need to have a lot of words in there? Do you need a lot of description? No, you do not. This is proof of it. Okay. I don't think that this one did better because it didn't have it, but I don't think it matters. Okay. So here we just included our resources. That's it. We had our thumbnail. We had 5 playlists. Again, I don't think that mattered that we had 4 on the one and 5 on the other. It's just we're putting it in a playlist that we think makes sense. All of this stuff is the same. If I go here and show more, okay, all of this is the same except, wait a minute, 0 tags. Now remember, this video did double what the other one did with no tags. So I ask you, do you think it matters? Do you think it matters if there's tags? I don't know. It's worth testing. I don't think it hurts you, but I don't necessarily know if it helps you. I think this is a great example of this. Let's go back here now, though, because everything else here was the same. Everything else here was the same. There was nothing else different. We did have an end card. We had a regular card, got all that. Okay. But let's look at this real quick. I want to point something out to you guys. Okay. Getting a lot of views is good. Yes, we want a lot of views if we can get them. But here's the other thing. If you look at our channel, we don't have a lot of videos that are getting this many views. Okay. And that's why I want to call a little time out here real quick. Because if you're trying to make money on your YouTube channel, yes, look at this. $2,194 from one video. That's amazing. But that doesn't mean that every video is going to do that. So how do we fix that? And this is what I really, really want to just kind of highlight here before we keep going. All right. And that is views are great, but views can be so much more if you know what to do with them. And what I mean by that is I've been doing this now for over 17 plus years on YouTube. Okay. I built multiple 6 and 7 figure brands. I didn't do it by AdSense. My first brand, which was in the photography space 17 years ago, AdSense wasn't even a thing. So how do you do it? How do you make money from the views? Well, we build a business. And I don't mean like a big, massive business that you got to have a lot of employees. I'm talking like 1, 2, maybe 3 people if you want to. And I've had businesses that were really, really lean that have made over $1 million. But to get to your first $100,000, you could do it literally by yourself. But how? Well, I have a roadmap, a playbook that I'm giving away. It's what we call our 100K roadmap. It's a playbook. You can literally go in there. It's 18 pages long. And I walk you through what I've learned over the last 17 years, which has built multiple 6 and 7 figure brands. If you would like to get a copy of that, just comment 100K down below and we'll send you a copy. Once again, 100K in the comments and I'll send you a copy of that. No strings attached, 18 pages, and it dives into every aspect of what we have done and what I've learned and refined. This here, Live Video School, the channel that you're on right now, the one that I'm showing you this data from, this channel has made over $100,000 in 12 months following that roadmap. So once again, if you want it, just comment 100K and we will give you a copy of that. All right. So back to this. All right. Let's look at one other thing real quick. And I want to just highlight this because I think it's important that, okay, we looked at like how to upload your uploads. Yes, you want to have, definitely want to have, okay, everything filled out as much as you can. Okay. Why not give YouTube more information? Okay. But I want to look at this real quick. When we're looking at, everyone kind of focusing on like 3 different areas. They look at like impressions. Okay. Are we getting impressions? That means is YouTube seeing our video? Are they giving us views? That's one. The second thing is your click-through rate. Okay. And then the other thing is your engagement. So those are the 3 different areas. But as you start to get more impressions, your click-through rate is going to go down. It's just because they're testing other audiences. Okay. So I wanted to bring that up because a lot of people get fixated on that stuff and they think, okay, I got to have this giant click-through rate in order to succeed. And the answer is you don't necessarily. Watch this real quick. Let me go back over here and let me show you something really interesting. This here, yes, it's gotten 2.8 million impressions, but look at the click-through rate, 3.6. Okay, 3.6. And if we look here, it's gotten better over time, but here it just did okay. Now this is over the course of like 9 months. Okay. So does the click-through rate matter? Yes, but let's do this real quick. Let's do a little comparison. This is the first 24 hours of this video. It came out with a 9.4, 7.4, 6.3. So it was in a pretty good range here the first 4 hours. But then look at it. It went here and did all that. Let's compare it to the other one. All right. So I'm going to go to this one here and I'm going to go into, not advanced tab. Let's go here where it's first 24. And then let's look at this. First 24 started at 10.1. It did about the same, a little bit better. It did do a little bit better. But is that the reason why it did better? I don't believe so. Some could argue it, but I would say came out with a 10.1. First 8 hours, it was in the 7s, let's say 7s and 8s. And then let's look at here at this one. Let's go back here. And if we look at the first 24, it started at 9.4. So almost the same. It did dip a little bit and it went up. Yeah. The other one was about, I'd say 1.5% higher. But over the course of, since it was published, I mean, look at this. That's a 7.36. Here, look at this. This is recent, 6.6. Let's go here. And let me look at this one. Let's go back to since published. Let's see what it's been doing nowadays. Look at it's lower. But with that being said, it's lower than the other one right now. This one here is technically getting more views to date. Okay. So can we bank on click-through rate, impressions, and all that stuff? No. but it is stuff that we want to look at. But the basis here that I really want to share with you is that, yes, some of this stuff is important, but what's more important is showing up consistently and making sure that you're delivering value to your audience. But the number one thing that's going to even get you any of this data is a great title and topic. And that's where a lot of people struggle. But guess what? I shot a video right here that walks you through 10 of our top outlier titles and gives you ideas of what you can use for your own niche. I actually give you templates too. Go there, check it out. You'll learn a ton. I'm sure it's going to help you. And that's a cut. Woo, not
It
bad.
sounded better the second time anyway.
Yeah, right. All right.
No, that's great though. That's good stuff. So guys, I do want to say, okay, that would be like we talked about earlier, if you were here earlier on the live, that this is where we would cut out that topic. And then that's why we redid it, to make it sound better, and not just sound better, but have the visual, because we're going to cut that later. And then that's going to be a video that I edit. We're going to put that up on Wednesday. So you're probably going to see that same thing he talked about. If you watched it all, you're going to see that on Wednesday.
Well, you'll see the cleaned up version.
The cleaned up version of it on Wednesday. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but people already seen it. Why would you post it again? We got 10 people on right now. There's a chance that 10, and I don't think it was 10 the whole time. 10 people might have saw it.
Right.
Out of all the push it's going to get, I think we'll be okay. And a lot of people too, I will say, even ones that stay on your live stream, like your true 1,000 fans, like once they stay on your live stream, even if they see a video again, a lot of times they're like, thank you for, consolidating that and making it a smaller clip. That way I don't have to like search through the live stream, because I wanted one part of it and now it's its own video. So it's dual purpose behind it. Which makes it, easier for your audience to digest, besides just wanting to watch the replay and stuff, because it is harder for someone to want to sift through an hour-long live stream. It just makes it easier, more convenient. Plus, you get to optimize it again as its own individual video.
Yep.
And again, the other thing is this title was already created before. So we already knew the title. We already knew the topic with it and the points he wanted to cover. He knew the examples he wanted to show. As you could tell, he had them all there already, all ready to be pulled up. And that's what makes this part of the content the easiest.
Yep.
And now it's just, like I said, edits, put it up there, and then put it all together to optimize it. In the thumbnail, which thumbnails, pretty simple. We take a screenshot and we work off of that screenshot. Some sort of emotion that we see in the face, and then we'll play with some different text on the screen. But yeah, so
there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. That's it right there. We've reached just under our 60 minutes. So for our hour content.
Yeah, it looks like we'll have to wait and maybe give an update on Gavin's thing maybe next week. So stay tuned for that. We'll show you guys a little behind the scenes.
I might even reach out to him too and just see if we can get even more.
Yeah. All right, cool. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for tuning in. And if you guys are watching this on the replay, awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And if you have any questions for us, you can always drop them in the comments. We have other resources we can give you. And we are here to basically do exactly what we just talked about. We're following the roadmap. It's always audience first. And then from there, we build the know, like, and trust. And then hopefully not just sell you something, we're more or less getting your attention, and you're paying us with your attention. And to us, attention is everything. It's literally like currency, because you might like a video, you might subscribe, you might share it, like whatever. That's a form of like paying, right? You're paying with your time. We're not actually receiving a transaction where we're going to go deposit in the bank account. But some of you will, right? We've got workshops that we help you. We help our clients. We have students. So there could be a time that we work together. Who knows? All right. So the other thing is, we've got a pretty cool thing happening too, that we're going to be re-releasing our podcast, and we're going to probably talk a little bit of behind the scenes on that, why we're doing it, what we're doing, why we're doing it, all of those things. But that'll probably be happening here soon as well. So stay tuned for that. But that's it. That's what we got for you today, guys. As always, take care, take action, have an awesome, amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video. or the next live stream, wherever.
See ya.
We'll see you around.